Alright, I look okay? Hello, my people. I'm sick. So, this video is not going to be edited. Nothing fancy. I have no plan. I just wanted to come on and talk to you guys for a little bit because I haven't seen you in a while. I'm sick. Had a rough week. Not really a rough week, I guess, but just mom-wise, you know, trying to figure some stuff out. 10-year-old's having some issues just adjusting to middle school, which they start here in 5th grade, so it's kind of hard, you know, navigating all those changes, being around older kids and kind of being thrown into this pool of hormones earlier than you might be ready for it. So yeah, so we're just in the process of, you know, getting her to talk to the school counselor and, you know, finding out what kinds of things we can do to help. I can see the anxiety that I have in her, and I don't want, I guess, her to wait until she's 38 to start working through it. So I feel like I have lipstick on my teeth. I did put on lipstick for you guys, even though I'm sick. You're welcome. I did get my hair cut, so that was fun. Yeah, it's just been a rough week. I didn't start Grace Not Perfection like I wanted to, but I feel like giving myself a hard time about starting a book called Grace Not Perfection would be a little bit, I don't know, ironic against the point. So yeah, I was kind of disappointed, not in myself, but just that I didn't get to start. But also, it's just been kind of a hurdle for me. If you follow me on Instagram, you may have seen in my Instagram stories, in the first chapter, it was asking questions about when was the last time that you felt true joy and what brings you joy and all of those things, and just questions that I'm like, I don't have time to answer those right now. Like, as much as I want to invest time in myself and my life and who I am and, you know, my self-discovery journey. Oh, sorry, grandfather clock's gonna chime in. It's hard, especially when the work is hard, to find time, make time to sit down and do it. So those questions kind of got me down and got me into a space where I was just kind of thinking, you know, I don't know what to do with this, and I don't know, just in a weird headspace. And I've always had that problem, and I feel like I saw a really good like clip of a TED Talk on Facebook today about you know, we always talk about finding the one thing in life that you're good at, or, you know, your one true passion, or, you know, kind of that narrow it down to what you really love, what you really care about, and then, you know, just follow that, and it can, you know, you'll be happy that way, and you can make money that way. And I just have always had a really hard time, you know, every time I would sit down to, sorry, I'm not used to wearing red lipstick. I'm like convinced it's on my teeth. To do that, there's always so many different things that I love and that make me happy, and I can't ever narrow it down to one thing. And I guess I've always just felt like that means there's something wrong with me. I can't make a decision. I'm too wishy-washy. I can't commit. I'm not driven enough to dedicate myself to one thing. You know, just all of that negative self-talk. And I saw this clip of a TED Talk that I'm gonna have to watch, and I can't remember the name of the person, so I'm gonna have to go find it, and I'll share the link if and when I do find it, about how that doesn't mean there's something wrong with you. You know, we talk about that in our society all the time, about how you should do that, like, you know, find your one true passion and go after it with everything you have. And not everyone is wired that way. Not everybody has just one interest or one passion, that they want to dedicate themselves to. And I just thought that was really interesting. It made me feel a lot better, because with all the self-help type of books I've ever delved into, which this, Grace Not Perfection is in that vein, that's always been kind of the thing that has ended up turning me off to it, I guess, is that I get stuck and I get frustrated because halfway through the book, I'm like, I don't know. I could sit here and look at this paper all day and talk about what I like, what I don't like, what I'm good at, what I'm not good at, and I still come up with nothing. So that's been something I've been really struggling with this week. Let me know, in the comments if that's something you struggle with. If you have any suggestions for how to kind of push past that. Of course, like everyone, I want to create a life that makes me excited to get up in the morning. I want to find that passion that will make me truly happy and also, support me and my family. And I feel like I'm almost 40 years old and I don't even know what it is. Like I'm behind, I know that's not true, but I feel like as a society, it's kind of something that we, push people towards, if that makes sense, that kind of, how to figure out what you want to be when you grow up, basically. So yeah. And then I've been sick. I haven't talked about this yet, and eventually I'll do, I'm sure, a dedicated video, or maybe several videos, because my journey through health and wellness and sickness has been a long one. But basically I have fibromyalgia. I also have a lot of sinus issues. So when I get sick, even if it's just a cold or some extra congestion or whatever the case may be, I'm in a lot of pain. So I get that kind of flu feeling, the muscle aches and all of that with just any sickness that I have, even if it's not something that's severe like the flu. So of course the flu is going around like crazy this year. Friday I was exhausted. My stomach hurt, which ended up being because of some bad fish tacos. So I'm not allowed to eat fish tacos anymore because it's the second time that's happened to me. But my stomach hurt, I was tired, I had a runny nose, my throat hurt. So I ran straight to urgent care because also having anxiety, that's one of my big triggers for my anxiety. So especially getting something like the flu, because everywhere you look right now, I feel like there's a story about some person that, they were in the prime of life and perfectly healthy and running marathons and they caught the flu and 2 days later they were dead. Like, that's not something I need to hear ever. And I'm not a big person of big on, I guess, trigger warnings and stuff like that, because I feel like sometimes it can get taken too far, and I've talked about that in some of my other videos. But I almost am want to post that just on every social, please, just, I can't even handle it. I'm gonna have to unsubscribe from life if everybody keeps posting this stuff about the flu. Anyway, so I ran immediately to urgent care. She was like, you've only had symptoms for 3 hours. Even if we swab you, it's gonna be negative. She checked me over. She's like, you look fine. It's just sinus issues. Sent me home. Of course, that cost me $150. But then I was fine yesterday. And then I woke up today and I've still got whatever it is. And I just hurt, you guys. Everything hurts. My muscles hurt, my joints hurt, my head hurts, and of course that's a huge symptom of the flu is the body aches. So it's just been a constant struggle for the past probably 48 hours, talking myself down, using those tricks I've learned in therapy of you do not have the data to support the fact that you have the flu. You do not have the data to support the fact that you have the flu. Like, just over and over and over again. And I apologize. My husband's being really, really loud upstairs. He's recording one of his videos. Hang on a second. I'm gonna go tell him he needs to be quiet. Okay, we're back. Sorry. He is recording for his gaming channel, which isn't up yet, but I'll, post links and stuff when it is, because of course he's amazing. But yeah, he was like louder than me. I could not concentrate. So I apologize if that's all you could hear. But yeah, so today I woke up and it's just, I hurt everywhere. I'm so tired. I know I don't have the flu, but I just get into my head, and then I take, all this medicine to control the symptoms, and I'm also taking all this medication for mental health, and then I get worried about the medications interacting, and I, use essential oils when I am sick, and even though I know it's fine, I start getting, kind of freaked out about that, and every little tingle, I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm having a stroke. Anxiety is a wonderful thing, in case you haven't figured it out yet. It will mess you up. So, point being, it's been a rough day, and I had like this minestrone soup that I wanted to make to prep for meals for the week, and laundry still needs to be done. The house is still a mess. I still need to pay bills. I still need to finish our taxes. All things that I wanted to get done today. Lucy wants to have a sleepover with one of her friends from daycare, which she cannot because she's 5. So all day she's been asking me about that, and I keep telling her, I'll get her mommy's email address, we'll set up a play date, and she is having none of it. So that's been great. So it's just it's been difficult. It's getting to be that Sunday afternoon kind of, oh boy, weekend's over, back to Monday kind of blues that I get every week. Again, I talked about that in one of my other, or no, I think it was on Instagram stories, maybe. Anyway, I just get really kind of down on Sundays, and being sick, and then being anxious about being sick, and then almost being depressed about being anxious about being sick, because I get disappointed in myself that I haven't broken that cycle yet. It just all comes together in one perfect storm, basically. So I just wanted to come on today basically and kind of chat with you guys and give you a lowdown of my week and why, again, I'm paranoid. Why I didn't have a video up this past week. Like I said, my 5th grader's having a hard time adjusting in middle school, so we had a little bit of a breakdown. So we had to, deal with that, and we were up late and kind of spending our evenings coming up with a plan and all those different things. So, yeah, I will be back hopefully full speed ahead this coming week. I have a video that I recorded to put up midweek this past week, just kind of a follow me around during my evening, which actually was pretty happy with how it turned out. But there's some editing things in there that I want to do that I don't know how to do yet. I'm very honest with you guys, I don't really know what I'm doing yet with editing. So just kind of fell to the side with everything else that was going on. But sometimes mom life just takes precedence over your hobbies, and you just gotta do what you gotta do, I guess. So it'll all work out. But I have missed you. I've missed filming, so I will be back soon, full strength, as soon as I can. If you don't follow me on Instagram or Twitter or Facebook, it's at ModMomDiaries. And if you like this video, please be sure to give it a thumbs up. That would give me a little boost here this evening to help me get started with my week. Let me know in the comments. I would really love to get conversations started in the comments. That's really, if you haven't seen my first video, I would love it if you would go back and watch it. That's really kind of why I started this channel, is to hopefully create a community of people who can support each other and help each other, and give advice and just be there to commiserate and build each other up. I'm hoping that that's what I can do for you, and that as a community builds, that we can do for each other. So that is all for today. I gotta let my husband get back to filming. I interrupted him, told him he needed to be quiet, and my 10-year-old wants to do something creative, she said, so I need to figure that out. I also wanted to take a nap, and the 5-year-old went down for a nap about 45 minutes ago, so she's gonna be up soon too. That was a really fake smile, in case you couldn't tell. So anyway, yeah, I will see you all soon. I hope you have a great week. Hoping to kick this crud soon. I hope if any of you are fighting any crud, that you kick it soon as well. It has got to be spring soon, or I just, like, my sinuses are gonna dry up and fall out of my ears with all the allergy medicine I'm taking. So yeah, I could ramble for another hour. I will see you guys soon. I love you. Thank you so much for watching, and I will hopefully hang out with y'all very, very soon. Bye.